Welcome back to episode 48. Is it? You think it's 48? Of the Don't Call Me White Girl podcast. It's me and Phelps here. And Phelps is in like a little bird cage. Or like a little egg. We had a little switcheroo.
This is a gazebo or something like it. Indoor gazebo.
It's really, do you feel comfy?
I feel like an Isaac Hayes album cover.
He opted to sit in that thing. Like he was like, "Oh, Dre, please let me sit in a chair." And Dre was like, "Yes." I am very disappointed in you niggas because all of you celebrated 4th of July. You did, and we, you know, it's like we talked about it. We agreed not to do it.
It was just Juneteenth.
We did agree that Juneteenth was like weird for us, and we didn't know like where to jump in at. But it's like, did that mean that you were supposed to grill dogs today? No. Over the weekend, all you niggas celebrated. Shame on you. Especially you, Shaquita. Where are your dashikis? Have they even washed and dried? Have you even put them away? Or are they still out? You're terrible people. Stop celebrating the 4th of July.
Facts.
You know what I posted on my social media today? I don't know, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something like some old slave material, okay? And and then on the slave material, it said in explicit words, something about, "We still slaves, happy July 4th, lock your slaves up, don't give them no water ice." And it was from 1775. I kid you not. It's not a laughing matter. I want us to do better. Why are we celebrating 4th of July? Like, why are we not doing better than that?
Program.
I'm disappointed in you niggas, man. I really am. I'm disappointed in you. It's a lot of stuff. I was also disappointed in the way niggas drag Young Miami for holding up that little sign. First of all, Young Miami is an Aquarius. Aquarius people, we are very...
I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
But we also full of shit. So in that moment, she's still on that high of like, this nigga put me on the network, sat down with me, ate my butt last week. Give me a sign, bitch. JT, give me a marker. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's how it, and it's like people wanted to pretend like, oh, she's a sucker. No, she doesn't give a fuck. That's just what she doing right now, right then in the moment. I want to support this nigga because he supported me last week. I can see if the podcast, Carisha Please just came out. Shout out to Carisha Please. That's really cool. You have a podcast. Checked it out. Enjoyed it myself. Did you check it out?
I ain't see. I seen the clips.
Did you enjoy the clips?
They looked all right.
That's the best you're going to get out of Phelps. Either way, shout out to my fellow Aquarius for starting a podcast. But that was really cool what Diddy did as a friend. That's nice. You know what I mean? My friend came on my podcast and got me a lot of views. Shout out to Ari. She's a Cancer. We're still in Cancer season. Ooh. What?
The Go Papi was just... It wouldn't have...
like it?
I don't care nothing about it. It wouldn't have looked that bad if Diddy ain't thank his ex-girl while she was doing it.
I don't think that matters. And I don't even think it matters if he thanked her or not. I think it's more about what she wants to do in that moment. I don't think it makes her a sucker. Just me as an Aquarius, I know how we are. We are.
I don't think
that girl don't give a fuck.
The two things wasn't.
Ain't gonna remember next
the
week.
two things wasn't related. That's just the way it played. Like, that's what I'm saying. It just played out bad. I don't think that was supposed to happen like that. It just did.
I don't know. I didn't get why people were dragging her. I didn't even get why it was a big deal or why it was like, all right. You know. And I feel like Cassie and Diddy are more than just exes. I think they're friends.
Okay, so all right, just on top of all that, did Diddy acknowledge her at all? Big ass sign right there, front row.
No, but he probably already had his letter. So you think that him not saying anything to her is indicative of how he feels about her, really?
I don't
That's
know how Diddy
y'all
feel.
fuck up at. Maybe not Phelps, but y'all in general.
Remember,
you think that if he didn't mention her name in the speech, that's indicative of how he feels about her? Or that?
No, listen. What you're saying is you don't care how. I just said the optics look crazy. You saying, oh, we don't care how we look. Just because you look crazy don't mean that. Just because you don't care don't mean you don't look crazy. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know.
So she don't got to be so confident in doing what she's doing. On me, she don't look a little stupid. It's not wrong with that.
I look crazy talking about pap smears, screaming in my phone, and I don't feel crazy, so it doesn't feel.
You do look a little crazy though.
I don't feel it though. Like if I can't
you ain't
feel
supposed
it,
to.
like I'm like Ray Charles to it. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I don't give a fuck. If for it to affect me, I have to feel it. You know what I mean? I don't care. Y'all think I'm crazy? I'm crazy. Whatever. I don't feel crazy doing it, so it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Either way. I don't know why y'all drag that girl. I think that's cool, that little thing they got. You know, they look really flirty, like they probably like each other. It's cute. I like Aquariuses anyway. I did something really cool. I met Cardi B. I did lip service. Shout out to my girl Angela Yee and my girl Gigi and my girl Stephanie. First of all, I think it's so cool that they even give a nigga like me an opportunity. I think it's very special. I tell Angela all the time, I'm really appreciative of it. Angela is a Goliath in this game, this media, podcast, radio game. So for her to call a nigga like me and invite me to do a show with such a big act like Cardi, I am like, I think that's sweet. She's a little one, but she packs a punch. She's a little feisty. I like Angela though. So I met Cardi in person. Me and Cardi talked in the DM a couple times, but Cardi is a sweetie and she's very pretty and she's very tiny in person. Ass still fat, but she's tiny. You know what I mean? And you know what I got out of that whole thing? Cardi B reminds me of myself in a certain aspect. I think I remind her of herself in a certain aspect. Censoring people, always badgering people for people having an opinion or dragging people for having stuff to say, you really kind of leave people like shell shocked, you know? And she didn't seem necessarily shell shocked to me, but she seemed very aware of each word that she said before she said it. Conscious. Which has to suck. Because we all loved Cardi B when she first came out because of her saying what she wants to say, just like we like Don't Call Me White Girl for saying what she wants to say. But then you badger a bitch on Twitter and then bitches get PTSD and they scared to even talk. You know what I mean? You know what that feels like?
A little bit.
You need to erase your Twitter.
You said erase it?
I mean, you have to go backwards. You have to. It's so bad with this shit that you can't even fuck how you feel now. You gotta watch what the fuck you felt 4 or 5 years ago.
I mean, my old tweets is probably like a lot of shit talking, but I don't think it's real like. Like I don't think I got no time shit floating in there. I don't think I got no political shit.
Say time. I guarantee you got some time shit up in there. I've seen some time shit since September.
I know how. You know I did. You could go on Google and look up how to find your old tweets. You could type in that keyword. It'll bring up everything that got all of it in. I don't look that.
So niggas don't just scroll it.
Nah,
just scroll.
No, listen. You Google it. It's a they tell you what to type into like the something. It's like and it'll bring up all the key like you could. I done looked through my old tweets a couple times like for certain little keywords. What
I got rid of was tweets about specific artists. That's what I did.
Yeah,
I used to tweet openly about certain artists and certain people, and I didn't want to jam myself up to not be able to work with them. Yeah, because now in my past life, I had no idea I would be doing anything with celebrities or artists. So I said what the fuck I wanted to say. Yeah. And then I don't want to hurt people's feelings and shit. And I also look at things differently now that I'm in the public eye or whatever. But in general, the cancel culture, the like muting people and not letting people say what they want. Like, is that really the world we want to live in where niggas can't say how they feel? Aren't you interested in like a taboo kind of thing coming from your person?
Well, that's why they come here, because
yep, I come here.
You gonna get what you
come here and do it until they block me from doing shit. I don't know. You know, somebody just said something really taboo, and I was like, yikes! But I'm used to them saying really ignorant things. Boosie.
Oh well, yeah.
Boosie was upset. R.Kelly got 30 years.
Oh yeah,
he was openly upset about it. Isn't that just a chuckle? He's openly upset about a fucking pedophile rapist.
That's bad. That's bad, but yikes. I'm not gonna lie. That's such like a Boosie type of thing. Like,
what do you expect from Boosie? That's why I'm not upset. I'm not upset by that because that's what I expect Boosie to do. What do you think about R. Kelly getting 30 years?
He deserves 30 years. Where them parents at though too?
Yeah, for sure. I always
pimping them kids like that.
Yeah, I always felt like that from the beginning. Like, a lot of that shit, those parents were just so fucking blatantly wrong, and I don't understand how they dodged that bullet. But those are not the only people that I feel like dodged the bullet. You know who else I think dodged the bullet? correct me because I'm sure I'm gonna say the lady name wrong. Janine Maxwell, the person that went down with no, with the lady that goes down with Epstein. She's hooking him up with these kids, scouting these kids for him, taking them to the island, doing whatever.
Oh, okay.
If you don't know much about the story, watch it on Netflix. It's terrible.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
so many celebrities and dignitaries and people from the UK, princes and all that, seen with this nigga, hang with this nigga. Forever guy, Bill Clinton was on the pedophile island, right? The same island that some of those maids reported just openly seeing teenagers get groped and kids get groped nude and all kind of wild shit. This lady's main job was scouting these kids for him, right? And she gets all this time in jail. Where's the list of the motherfuckers that she was putting together?
Yeah.
Where are the rest of the people at?
Because she wasn't by herself, yeah.
That's why some people think that Epstein, I can't get names right. Fuck you. That's why a lot of people think that it was that he didn't kill himself, because the thing is maybe the powers that be or the look Dre's no, you didn't. You think that somebody killed him? Wow.
Now
I know there's some powerful people
because he was about to start telling on people.
That.
Now, in his case, in a case like that, will that be a RICO thing to where it was like he was at the top of something and then
RICO's for niggas.
That's what I was asking. Oh no, they won't call it a RICO. They'll call it like a ring or something like that. Yeah.
At the end of the day, there are some, I don't know if you want to call them conspiracy theorists or whatever, that say these big pedophile rings out where these people sell virgins and kids, and some people put it with like worshiping the devil and stuff like that. I don't know about all that, but I know that there is a taste and a want for kitty pussy. People are into that shit. Outside of the country, is I've watched plenty of documentaries, I've seen plenty of shit, and just for the love of God,
people go out the country where like the rules different.
First of all, somebody on YouTube right now that are doing the catch a pedophile thing, but they're doing it on their own, and it just came to Delaware. Did you see
seen
that?
The Delaware boy. He was in the mall and Target and running down on niggas.
But the crazy thing about it is, it was a group of regular people doing that, like the Florida area on YouTube. They got a bunch of views. I just randomly found that 2 months ago. Do you know how many they have plenty of fucking, they have plenty of like, oh my God, so many people. So it's like, clearly it's a thing. But when it comes to a situation like that, it's like, yo, where's the rest of these motherfuckers at? I mean, I don't know. I always thought Epstein killed himself just because he was a pussy, and pussies take that kind of pussy way out. If he was still rich in a mansion, he wouldn't kill himself. He'd be eating caviar. You kill yourself because now the jig's up. I mean, if you know his story, he went to jail, and it was so sweet for him. They got it so sweet for him that he was doing like a couple hours. Like he would go out and have drivers and eat out. You know what I mean? So he's totally avoided jail before. So this is like the real deal. It's over. I'm stuck in jail. Small ass, nasty, dirty jail like everybody else, right? So what else am I going to do? Jump off a bridge? But Dre thinks somebody.
I mean, but I feel what Dre's saying, because if he had got sentenced, but it was still like, well, all right, you could bring your sentence down if you start chirping. You feel me? Niggas might have been like, we not doing that. I
mean, because there's big people on that.
Yeah, it was, you know what I mean? So Bill
Clinton was on that island.
That's nasty.
That's the thing, you fall in love with these characters, these people. In real life, it's like Bill Clinton was the one that came on that girl's blazer. Like, of course he was on.
She was an adult though.
Freak. I mean, I am just, honestly, maybe I'm corny like that. I'm somebody like I believe the first thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like, for me to believe that somebody did that, I would need more than just, it's people on the list and they probably, you know what I mean? He was in the feds. He was in MDC Brooklyn. Like, I know a lot of people that was in that jail. Like, I just don't. Okay.
If Bill Clinton was on that list,
yeah,
what lengths do you think he would go to make sure his name isn't mentioned at all?
I think they would go through all the lengths that they already went through, because if you watch his story, they went through a lot just to keep the nigga out of jail. You know what I mean? Like, they did a lot. They did a lot. I'm talking like blatant shit, like the DA or whoever's in control, like, yo, email me on my personal email about him. Like, that's totally illegal. Yeah. You have to use the government, you know what I mean? So they can track everything. Like, everything was illegal about it. And I don't know. And it's like, for him to come out, those victims really had to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, which is the same thing that happened with our guy Robert here. I don't know. The whole thing is, it's just sick. It's
Our
gross.
guy.
No, but you know why I say our guy Robert? Because I feel like it's this big tug and pull with R.Kelly, because people want to believe that he's not guilty of some of that stuff, and he is very much so guilty. I mean, these people are alive and well telling what he did, and I still listen to stuff in the name of love, and I don't think that I'm wrong for that. You know what I mean? I really bump and grind. I like it. I like TP2's my favorite. You know what I mean? And he deserved that time. But why can't I listen to TP2? You know?
I want to randomly blurt out a R. Kelly lyric that I like, but I ain't.
You're going to avoid it because they're going to drag you for it. You're not allowed to do that. He's a terrible person. You know what I mean? Why can't we separate the man from the art? The man from the art. I like the art, not the man. I'm still confused on how Bill Cosby's not in jail. I personally felt like Bill Cosby was guilty. I did. Heathcliff, innocent. Great guy, Coogee sweater wearer. Bill Cosby, freak boy.
He only I think he only out because he old or something, right? Ain't that the only reason that he
and
out?
Bill Cosby didn't age well, because you know how his one eye pops out more than the other, and then they like blue cataract.
I don't jack old Bill. I heard him talk. We went through that already.
Fuck with Bill Cosby.
I
haven't
jack
fucked with Bill Cosby since he went like viral for saying black people
talked
pull
about
their
that
fucking pants up or whatever.
And I told you I heard him say that like I ain't jacking Bill.
I don't know. I understand how money works and how power works, so it's not that hard to believe that a rich, powerful man can get shit done like that.
It's just when you're on like somebody like you and when they talk against you, it seems like it hurt even more than when the oppressor do it. You feel me? It's
and
like
he's ugly. Bill Cosby's very ugly. He aged horribly. He aged like a leaf. I say that a lot. Some people age horribly, and Bill's one of them. And I feel like a lot of y'all like, he ain't doing, he's so old. It's like, no, nigga.
Shit. He joked about it. Dude. He joked about it.
Bill Cosby was a fucking freak, and he liked carrying Quaaludes, okay? And he didn't even take none.
Quaaludes was the joints back in the day, though, wasn't they?
Damn, that would have been cool. Whatevs.
What's that? Wolf of Wall Street. I was like,
oh my God, it's one of my favorite movies.
That's when I was like, dang, the Quaaludes was busting like that.
Yes.
But then the one thing that kind of scared me. Not that I would ever try to seek them out, but I seen like this documentary where they was
totally seek them out.
No. They still got them in Africa, but niggas like smoke them like out of like bottles. It's weird. Yeah, they Quaaludes on some crack shit in Africa.
I'm still waiting on trying shrooms, but I'm not like against drugs. We'll talk about that at another time. I don't know. I'm not with none of that shit. Keep all those freak ass niggas in prison where they belong.
Yeah.
And I think that they need to find, because I was just watching. I'm a documentary watcher. I watched something about this guy that had an appetite for children, but he never acted on it. And he was married, and he went to therapy for it, but he was very honest about it.
Damn.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I just feel like I think we
can't be mad at him though. At least he ain't.
I think we could be mad at him. I think we need to just get rid of those people. Like, just go ahead and knock them off.
I mean, he's. I think what it is he's somebody that's open with his desires, but he's not acting on it. Like, I mean,
how the fuck do we trust that? And the thing about it is,
I'm not saying
those are the most innocent of the innocent, the most weakest of the species or whatever. You know what I mean? Not the humans, the weakest, the kids.
Yeah.
So to protect them, I think we should just murder them all. Are we allowed to say that on YouTube? Oh, should blank that out. I think we should just get rid of them. You know what I mean?
I'm with that.
Like burning them.
Especially after we find out what they're doing. Yeah, get them all the way out of here. But, I mean...
Please.
Yeah, it ain't no cure for that.
Trust me. I just ruined my whole list here. Listen, a guy went to... I don't know, I'm jumping all over the place. A guy worked for Burger King for 1,000 million years, right? Yeah. And he works for Burger King for 1,000 million years, and I think 27, and he never missed a day. He never was late. And Burger King thanked him by giving him a stuffed animal,
a gift card, Starbucks,
a $40 gift card, a mug,
and some Burger King socks.
Burger King coupons, not free, but this percentage off. Whatever.
That little book, Burger King.
Burger King welcome booklet, yeah. 2 of them, not just one. I wasn't surprised by that. I'm not somebody that's like big on corporate America. I see a lot of people.
Yeah, already.
Oh God, I don't even understand why people get these jobs. I just had this conversation. I went live with this guy, right? Because I go live with my cousins. I love y'all. I go live with this guy and he's at work. So he's in front of these computer screens, right? So he's there, he's security, right? So he says, so I said, oh, what are you doing? You know, what do you do?
Oh, is that Buddy?
I don't know. He says, oh, I'm at work or whatever. I'm like, oh, you're security. I walked him right down the street. He fell right for it. And I'm like, what do you do? He's like, yeah, you know, you better not come in my store stealing. And I dragged his ass for 20 minutes. Me and every person. It was like 1,000 people in there. First of all, it irritated me that he said my store.
Yes.
Because that is not your store, Dwayne. You fucking loser. That's number one. Number two, it's a grocery store. So now you're proud of beating up bitches for stealing cans and Similac.
He was CVS security?
Shit. No, it was a supermarket because it was so many cameras. It had to be a big store. But he was so like, don't come in my store taking flour or sugar, bitch. I'm going to whoop your ass. I was like, no, nigga.
Paul Blart
that's
ass
not
nigga.
cute. And the thing about it is I want you to know if you're watching this at home and you're loss prevention, you do security. When you run into Shaquita with the box cutter and that bitch slice your motherfucking ass up, Sears isn't going to pay you no extra money. They're not even going to come see your black ass. They're going to leave you in that hospital if you even have health insurance, and they're not going to give a fuck. In fact, when they call you to come to work and you say, well, my finger's still hanging off, they're going to say, well, we might gotta move on because we need somebody to cover this 8 to 4. Okay? That's not your stuff. Stop dying for them people. Stop and mind your fucking business. You do your job.
Definitely don't die for nobody else shit.
But you gonna get maced all in your motherfucking nasal eye area for a fucking company that don't give a fuck about you? A company that if you're there for 27 years, you gonna get a goddamn coupon?
Facts.
Disgusting. And the worst part about him, he tried to switch it up like, oh, I let people go. I just tell them don't come in. No, nigga. You whoop their ass when they come in your store.
You be chasing people.
Disgusting. But I never understood how people went so hard for those corporate jobs like that. I just don't get it. It never seems like they show you that love back. You know what I mean? But they started to go fund me for this motherfucker. He's raised $300,000 so far. Should have worked that right, Ed.
It's a God's blessing right there.
Damn, $300,000?
I mean, it took him how many years to get that, though?
It don't even fucking matter. Because it was saying something about he missed his kids and he wanted to see his kids and blah, blah, blah. That worked out perfectly. God damn.
Shout out my man. I hope they keep hitting his joint.
How the fuck
get as much as he
can
can get
somewhere for 27 years and not be late? He must be a serial killer.
Never mind. I was going to say something.
Censor. See how you're censored? You scared to talk? Y'all got Phelps scared as Phelps. Phelps Hugo scared to talk. I was talking to, I don't even know if I really want to talk about this, but briefly, I was talking to Derek Conehead, and Conehead brought up that is ratting becoming more acceptable in the eyes of when celebrities get murdered. If they get murdered by somebody or something happens to them, how they'll broadcast it everywhere. Like when King Von died and everybody posted.
Like when everybody's trying to figure it out. Okay.
Yes, or when Nipsey got killed, everybody posted.
Just beat Buddy up.
I personally feel like in general that that's just a thing now. Anyway, I see people sharing normal little wanted posters from their little county or whatever. I don't know why people do that either. I don't know. I look at crime a little differently than some people do.
I feel like at the end of the day, but see, that go back to the whole thing, like how much motherfuckers invest into these celebrities or to the people that they fans of. Like they favorite person died, they on the crime scene, nigga, with their microscope trying. You feel me?
Like the way they did Quando Rondo was so bullshit, and let me tell you why.
Oh yeah.
First of all, I never listened to Quando Rondo. I was much more of a fan of Von and Dirk and all them, of course. But Von was a demon, and he was feared, right? From where he was from, and he had that persona. And not only did he have a persona, when you asked about him, they act like he really went. He'd go. Like that's that's the street way for saying he killed motherfuckers, okay? Right? So if you this tough guy, why the fuck would you think anybody would fight you? Of course they're not gonna fight you, they're gonna shoot you. So the way that guy handled it in the street terms was completely normal. Was completely the right way to go. I just feel like the way people tried to like turn them into like these horrible people didn't make any fucking sense.
But a lot of that came from women that were sad that Von died. It wasn't even for some of the
niggas were sadder.
It was niggas sad too, but you know what I mean.
Men were worse.
It was it was the women that was really, you feel me, heartbroken by it. So they, we disagree
there. We disagree there. I think the men are softer and they were worse. Honestly, I feel like these men almost joined the gang. They don't even know these motherfuckers, and they
Oh yeah, it's always been.
You know
like
what I mean?
that,
Like, how often you see the girl throwing up the gang signs? She don't even know these people. The guys are like wrapped up in it, but it don't matter if it's girls or guys. I think it is all about being a fan. But just in general, I think that it's an accepted thing, and I think it's bullshit. Especially if you don't know the ins and outs. Motherfuckers guilty or they not guilty or whatever. It's, I don't know. Me personally, I'm not sharing a wanted poster of anybody. You know who I relate to? Remember when Cameron did that show and they asked him if it was a mass murderer next door to him?
And they said, what would you do? He said, I'd probably move.
I felt Cam.
Yeah.
I felt Cam in that moment.
Yeah. Like,
and they were getting on him because of the stop stitching thing, but it's all about like culturally how you were raised. And before I ever was in the street or did anything criminal, I was really raised to not talk about stuff. They knock on the door, you know what happened? Nope. Get away from my door. Don't answer the door.
Leave me alone.
It's a very Philadelphia thing. Do not talk to them people. Fuck them people, man. Don't talk to them people, man. You stay out of that. Mind your business. But I don't know. I guess a lot of y'all are Girl Scouts, or you're on your way to the police academy or whatever. So share the wanted posters and do what you're going to do.
And then social media is like, it's always a surveillance video dropping. It's always footage everywhere all the time.
And even that, to me, that's dry snitching. So if let's say it's a video and it's funny and these girls are stealing and they fall or they're fighting, I don't share that because that video can assist in getting them arrested. I'm old school. Okay.
We follow Instagram accounts that as soon as something happen, niggas say, let me go find the video and go find the fucking video. Yeah. That's just the world we live in. Yeah. It's just. But
I'm not posting it.
No, and we don't. My
platform is not part of that. You know what I mean?
We're not, but it's the internet. Once it's the internet, it's out there. It's out there. That's all I'm saying. I'm not talking about you.
Yeah, well, I just need y'all to know I'm not with it.
Nah, we don't get into none of that.
Last week after the show, we went to the Go-Go, Mo. Shout out to the DC people. And we saw TCB, correct, Dre? Dre wasn't there. We had a good time. I shook my ass. Shout out to the TCB. Like, that's my first Go-Go. And I had a great time. Guess who was shit-faced? I won't tell his business. But we had a great time, though. Didn't we?
Nah, it was fun. I liked it.
Never was at an event where people were so locked in with who's on stage. Like, niggas wasn't even paying attention to the fact that we these out-of-town people or who are we or where we come from. People were like this. And I swear, certain songs, bitches just turned around and threw that ass. It was like, oh, here we go. Excuse me. I loved it. Like, I was like waiting, like, okay, well, once she bend over, I'm bending over. All right.
It was cool in there. Only thing I missed, I feel like, was the smell of fried chicken. Like, I just feel like it was supposed to be some smoke coming out the back from just in some way. They didn't have food. They didn't. We was later, but I'm just feel like that's what would have completed it.
I loved it. People were entranced by the band. The band sound real good. It's very loud. You have to kind of get used to go-go, like the sound of go-go or whatever. But I've heard it so many times and I was kind of used to it. And I was with a bunch of people that had never been to the go-go, but we were all super excited. I felt like we like tourists. I thought we were gonna get robbed. One part I was like, oh, I think we might get robbed.
Nah.
But they were too into the band to rob us. Like, they came here to listen to this fucking band. The band was so sweaty. And then Phelps got on the mic and was like, happy birthday, Jews. We had so much fun. So shout out to TCB. One of the drummers DM'd me. Did I tell you that? He was like, you got great, because I was calling him T.O.B.
Oh, no.
So is that, how do you know what band, are you sure that was TCB?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
See? And that's why I
don't know then.
And TCB kind of big. That's why when you just keep throwing their name out there, I'm like, oh, you sure that they...
I gotta find out right now. Please forgive me, yo. If I got this band... No, okay, listen.
Oh, man.
It was T.O.B.
Oh,
excuse me.
Oh, man.
It's T.O.B.
Beef.
Excuse me, DC people.
It's beef.
The band was T.O.B. and they were fucking amazing. Okay? And I talked to T.O.B. Bruce and he was like, yo, you got great videos of us. And I was like, y'all are the shit. And he plays bass for them. And we had a good fucking time. And they would start yelling out, Saratoga! So they would start swinging and shit. That shit was all that. We gotta go back. Okay. Yeah, he said, damn, you got a good videos on the bass player. I've been in the band since 05. Shout out to Bruce. T.O.B. Leave it there. That's what it is. No disrespect to TCB. Please. And you niggas need to spread out these names because, like, goddamn. Golly.
UCB, TCB, TOB.
Backyard, Red Essence. That's the ones they would talk about when I was in jail because that's what I was introduced to.
The Red Essence, the old one, right?
That's
Rare Essence.
That's
yeah.
what I was
Classic.
introduced to. When I was in jail, they would be banging on the tables, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And they were like, "This the Go-Go, Mo." No, I'm lying. My first introduction to Go-Go, Jay-Z's album had just dropped. I was in 11th grade, a college tour, and this boy was on the bus like, and I'm like, "What's that new Hove?" He's like, "Nah." And I'm like, "Oh, what's that, 50? No. He gives it to me, and it's this fucking loud ass.
You know
I'm
what
like,
our first-
"Bro, what the fuck is this?" You know what I mean? And then he's like, "Oh, this is Go-Go," and that's when I heard about it. But then when I went to jail and saw all the criminals was into it, I'm like, "Oh, this
We've
is
been fucking with Go-Go. Doing the butt thing.
That was so corny, Phelps. It's a couple songs that's like, because the Pretty Girl song, it's a couple of them over songs, but it's for the real essence of Go-Go. I just think that's a DC thing. You have to have some kind of DC connection or have been through there, went to school there or something for you to really understand it. You know what I mean? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google it. And they beat their feet. They beat their feet, the DC
Put
people.
on a North Face and some foams.
Do you beat your feet, Dre? No, Dre.
Yeah, that
Dre
mean he do it. He said, "I have not done it." That means
you used to, Dre?
that mean if Dre would have came out with us, he might have bust a
God.
move.
That is amazing. I have to see Dre bust his, beat his feet. I knew to shake my ass in there though. Yeah, that's what he said. Phelps, he's stereotyping y'all. I always tell y'all I want y'all to watch stuff with me. It's a show on BT, Fleet, I don't know. It's called American Greed or American Gangster Trap Queens, right? It's the season 3 is out. It is the most Philadelphia story I've ever seen in my life. I believe her name is Sadia. Her nickname is Sai. She has a restaurant in Philadelphia called Sai's Palace. I swear, this lady's story was so good. I loved it so much. She was so honest and she seemed so kind and just, you know, sometimes when people go through certain things and they have certain testimonies, you can kind of feel the God in them. You know what I mean? Muslim sister, you could totally feel it in her, like she was just a good person. She did 10 years in prison. While she was in prison, guess who she befriends and gets close with? The notorious K.I. motherfucking M. Yes.
I forgot Lil' Kim was locked up.
Yes, Lil' Kim did Fat Time.
I be forgetting that.
Lil' Kim did Fat Time when we were in the same jail. And the job she worked was for the war. And I kept trying to get that job. I couldn't get it. But I did get the job taking pictures.
So she was locked up in New York?
Who? No. Lil' Kim did time at FTC in Philadelphia.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Lil' Kim did her time at FTC because Lil' Kim's sentence was 1 year and a day. In the feds, that's like a sneaky way you do 11 months.
Yeah.
Because you get the good time, the one with the 1 day. So they met in the feds before Psy went down. But period, point blank. Her story was good. I don't want to tell the whole story because I want y'all to watch it. It just came out. I enjoyed it so much. I find this lady page in the middle of the night and I sent her a message. I'm going to go to her soul food restaurant and taste the food. I'm just happy for her and I'm happy to meet her. Guess what? When I reached out,
what?
She watches the show.
What?
She told me I was hilarious and I'm a star. And I told her I'm proud of her because I am.
Shout out to her.
She was a fucking gangster.
You told me a little bit. I'm going to tap into it. I'm going to watch it.
Please watch it. I'm going to say one part. Before she evolved into the ultimate gangster that she became, she was a booster. And at one point she said something about like, I don't know. I'm not going to give up too much. Just watch it. It's Trap Queens. I believe her whole name is Sadia, but I know her name is Sa for sure. But she wear overgarment and she's Muslim, so that's how you can pick through the list and watch it. And then let's chat about it. And don't be judgy about it.
Y'all know where her restaurant is?
It's in North Philly, I believe. She was super, super honest. You know what I mean? And I just respected that. And I feel like a lot of people wouldn't be as honest as she was. Her restaurant was on 2832 Ridge Avenue in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Go get some soul food because it look real good. But she was really super honest. And I will say this. It's a narcissist that plays a part in this story. It is. And it's just cool
Favorite
how
word.
you get to see how far motherfuckers will take you, how far people could push you, and where your heart can lead you. But it was just a great story. And being from North Philly, living a certain lifestyle before and being in trouble, being in the feds, I totally related to that story. And I really liked it. The best part was that she changed. And she's a great person
For the better.
now. Yes, and she likes being a great person. She's so sweet and she's so kind and she's cute. So shout out to her. I don't know if I want to keep talking or do I want to... Wait a minute, one real quick. Drake flew out too rare to Miami or something.
I seen they was together. Shout out to...
I really can't do those dances. I wish I could. You know what I mean? I don't know. Somebody needs to teach me. Maybe D-Sturdy could teach me. No, but all the Philly guys are like doing so well. But Drake,
Too rare.
you know, Mr.
He,
If I wasn't scared to be censored, I would call him something. I would call him what the Philly people call people.
Oh,
No shade.
He
always, you know, he just likes people's stuff. But I think it's cool that he flew them out. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say this.
Had him blinking.
In a way, it's Nikita, but it's kind of like he to me, I look at it like he's somebody that really don't have to do it. So I just
as far as flying them out,
just in general, just giving any niggas kind of spotlight or anything, like, you feel me, like,
yeah, I guess I think you need to do it though, and I think it needs to be more accepted that you do that.
No,
I told Cardi that too. Cardi did Summer Jam with those Bronx niggas and did that feature with them Bronx niggas, and I told her I respect that. Putting niggas on from your hood, you supposed to, you should, because what's the other? This is where I'm thinking. Hear me out. I'm thinking the other alternative is he steals the dance. Or even having that dance city out. Some of that shit sounded a little Philly-ish, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, fly them niggas out.
But though, listen, that's what I'm saying. I respect Drake because for who he is, he reached back more than artists that's not as big as him. You see what I'm saying?
And don't you agree with me where it should just be a standard that people reach back?
Yeah, but it's if it's not a standard, it never will be. That's why you gotta respect it when it happened.
I guess. It was cool though. Because they're young as shit. Them niggas 19, 20.
Like,
but you know what? We can't. Too Rare is not too shabby. He's sitting there on meetings with P and them. Like,
nah,
the
he
niggas on his
he more than
way.
just the dance club music. He like
Sure.
you feel me? He get busy.
He definitely can make some songs.
He get busy. He get busy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of all the Philly boys, the Philly Goats, Too Rare. Everybody.
I like when they do it different. They doing it their way. That's
for sure. And I'm telling you, they came from an era of shoot that nigga, kill him, blow his head off, drag him in the ocean, put him in the water, kill him again on 19th Street. And then you Google it and they really did it. Like, that's what they came up out of. So it's like, it was like refreshing because it's not so fucking violent all the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? And don't get it fucked up. I like drill, but I don't like drill as much when I know the people and they're really dying. It's not as fun. You know? Yeah, it's different when it's people that you never heard of or blocks you never. It's a whole different thing. But when it's the blocks that you walk across, it's really not.
That's very true.
Nah, nope. But it's a lot of Philly people. Shout out to Core because I like Core. Do I pronounce Core name right?
Yeah, Core. I think it's Core.
Shout out to Core. I love that song. What's that song called? What is it called? Shiesty. The latest song that he had that I was like in love with, I feel like he wrote it about me. I don't know. I love rap. I'm a rap person. I really am. Tom wanted me to talk about Chrisean getting a tooth. I won't. The bitch should have been had a tooth. It's ridiculous that she walking around without the tooth.
That's Blueface shorty.
I don't know. You know what I'm waiting on? When Chrisean marries some great guy. That's not Blueface.
She like...
I just don't, it's rough to watch. I'm an older bitch. It's like, I feel bad for her that she's in love with him sometimes.
So she just...
And I could be totally wrong about that, but outside looking at it,
is she an Aquarius because y'all don't care? Or?
No, she's not an Aquarius. She's not an Aquarius. She's not. She has his name tattooed like, I think 4 times. I think his face on her neck. It's just a lot. It's freaky. She's from Baltimore, like Rhonda. She's a lot like Rhonda. Yeah.
Hey man,
she had it rough too. She grew up homeless. She had a rough ride. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think she loved that nigga. And I just, I feel like he treats her better now than he ever did, from what I was watching, but I don't know. I am watching Zeus though, and she definitely kicking ass on Zeus as far as like not kicking ass like doing well, kicking ass like she's beating the shit out of women. Back to back to back. Like she's like ducking shit, like real fights.
She can mix.
What? She bringing real street fights to this motherfucker. Even though Chrisean, you got a right, no left, no shade. She's very heavy on the right, no
That's
left.
That's all right.
It is because in reality television they more giving.
Yeah.
And she's kicking ass. So she's a beautiful girl too. She really is. She's very athletic. Her body, very athletic. Not hippie, athletic. Strip it down. Athlete. Track. That's what I think when I see her. Track.
Gina of Martin.
I don't think fuck. I think track. No shade. Yeah, whatever. Do we have a voicemail or something? Dre, did you send a voicemail? Let me see. I don't think he did.
Was it?
No, yes he did. He had to. Dre doesn't make
I gotta hear this one.
I don't. You know what? Because when it came through as your name instead of Like your email or something. I just saw it. Where is it? Folks, you should like do something with this downtown, like start humming and shit.
Oh,
I found it.
Get that hole up. Get that hole up.
The shirts are still available for purchase. All right, ready.
Hey, man, it's Diamond. I wanted to know why these niggas be so hyped up to ask for some pussy, and then soon as you ask for some money, they whole fucking energy change. Like everything, whole demeanor, the fucking vibe, everything just switch over. Nigga get mad as shit. But you just was hyped up asking for some pussy. Like, I'm just so confused. Like, I need somebody to fucking explain that to me. Like, you want some pussy, I want some money. Like, it's common sense. What the fuck is the problem now? Now what's the problem? Now you got an attitude. Like, what's up? I need to know these things. I need to know. So ask these niggas what's up, Mona, because I'm a little confused.
You're so aggressive.
I was about to say.
You're so aggressive. You're scaring them off, girl.
You ain't.
I wanted to know why these niggas be so hyped up to ask for some pussy, and then soon as
you played it
some
again.
money, they whole fucking energy change. Like everything, whole
You ain't got a tender bone in your body, shorty. God damn.
Phelps said you gotta ask him a little nicely.
No.
This is the thing. This is what I'll say for sure to you. A man that's gonna give you some money is gonna give you money regardless if you were gonna ask or not.
Exactly.
That's just, some niggas are just like that. They're generous like that. They get a kick out of that. I just had this conversation the other day. I am 30 something. I come from an era where a nigga wanted to buy you a fucking little hoopty and get you an apartment. It was a real normal thing. He bragged to his niggas about it. You know what I mean? You got your name earrings. You got that cluster diamond ring with all the small diamonds, not the individual solitaire, but the small joints that was real shiny. And you know, that's what you did. So nowadays I feel like it's much more popular for a man to kind of get money off of you, or you to kind of be independent, not ask. I used to blame y'all for being super independent because, as you saw in my episode before with Santana, I don't have a problem with it. Like, I have no problem with asking for something. You know what I mean? But I will say, I'm in a different part of my life. I don't expect a guy to pay my bills. I used to expect a nigga to pay my bills. Like, if you got with me, that my bills was your bills. Now it's like, no, but I do want to give. Or maybe we can go on vacation. Or maybe you could think about me when you're in the mall or you're in a jewelry store. But I don't expect you to pay my bills. I'm blessed to be making a certain amount of money where I can pay my own shit. I don't really know. But what I will say is the men that trick, and they're gonna buy you something. That's just what they do. So you don't even, you asking is like, it don't matter. It was coming anyway. The niggas that you gotta ask probably ain't giving your black ass nothing. And I will say this, make sure you get something first before you fuck. Don't give up the coochie and then ask, cause that's backwards, girl.
Yeah.
A little hand job out or something.
She sound like she get a pussy up and then be frustrated after, like, well, let me just get some money out the nigga now. Like, nah, you gotta, you feel me? And she might not know how to ask. I don't think she know how to ask.
Listen.
I'll give you this. Not like you never had to act. Me and you didn't have that exchange, but you at least know how to, like, I done seen you when it come time to ask a nigga for something. You change the voice up and all that. You don't
You see me?
Yeah,
shut the fuck up, yo.
I done see that. I done heard the horse go away and all that.
Hey, you know,
yeah, that nigga get this. See,
but I mean, again, you know
your stuff though.
That's what I'm saying, and that's another thing. I feel like women, like, they see that thing, like the city girl thing.
Yeah,
and it's like, I want that, but it's like, you gotta know how to do that. You could be unattractive, not the, quote unquote the best looking, but you got that little, you know what I mean? You know how I get something about the nigga. But it's not everybody. Yeah, you know what I mean? But when you have that little, you just got it.
I know
Thanks
niggas
for recognizing.
Yeah. I know niggas that squeeze Jones. I ain't figured that out all the way.
Let me tell you this. When I look back on it now, I have more regret than anything. I feel like bad about some of it. I do, because I was a user.
Manipulator.
And I was manipulating. I was saying and doing certain things. Even just like you said, take the huskiness out of my voice. This is how I talk. So if I'm talking to you, how you doing? To get a couple dollars, I'm not being myself. So and that's 30-something-year-old me. But me in my 20s. Wore your out.
But for me though, me personally, I charge everything in the 20s is like that was learning. 20 to 30 is learning experience. You feel me? It's like, and then in your 30s you grow from it. Like that's how I look at it. It's all casualties award charges to the game in your 20s.
I mean, I'm more of a karma girl these days, energy girls. I ain't trying to take advantage of nobody. No. And honestly, I'm attracted to generosity, so I can't see me settling down with a guy that's not generous anyway.
Yeah.
So whatever. But the girl, my answer to you is, you fucking with the wrong niggas. Fuck with the ones that want to get you something anyway. And the telltale signs are right there in the beginning, okay? And the guys that want to get you something aren't the nicest guys. I will say that.
And in respects to my man's, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, what do you rate yourself? Not a 7. On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Anyway, niggas don't trust no nigga that quotes like just don't trust nobody that quotes Kevin Samuels in general.
I don't quote him like that. We're gonna keep my man's alive now that he not here no more.
Why are we doing that? That's the thing. What is the point of that?
I don't need to explain that.
Alrighty. What are we doing now? Dark Side of the DM? Yeah, because they be on my fucking bag.
We don't manifest at the end.
We can manifest.
We've been skipping manifest.
We're manifesting. Yeah, we are. We have been because we're depressed. We've been manifesting. Y'all buying Give That Hole Up shirts, and maybe we can manifest a live show.
It's manifest live show.
Yeah, that would be cool, right?
Y'all pull up.
All right. Yeah, would y'all like that? Bitches, put it in the comments.
Y'all carpools together.
Listen to this DM. This guy keeps sending me the same DM over. I'm going to keep doing it. He says, you're... And he says this emoji, which is weird. Southwest Philly here. I was born, not raised fully, like 30%. But long story short, I moved around the world and so much. Should I still claim Philadelphia, a rep where I've been the longest? All my family are there too. P.S. I've been in Delaware the longest, currently in fucking Dover at that child. Nigga, you from Dover. Once you live in Dover for 2 months, you're from Dover. Yeah, like you can't. This is
Dover. This is
the number
niggas
one
in Philly
way
ain't never.
You're from fucking Dover, boy. And then it's like, I've been all around the world, but I've been in Dover. Nigga, you been in Dover.
Well, he like a military type of...
He's lying. He's from Dover. That's that. And you got it because you kept asking for it. I had another DM, but it was so depressing, I just decided
He ain't give you no blocks or nothing. He didn't say I'm from a... You feel me?
You know how you know a nigga not from Philly? When they say, I'm from 32nd Street. 32nd and what, nigga? 32nd Allegheny, 32nd and Norris. No Philadelphian gives you one street. They give you a crossing. See you next week on the Don't Call Me White Girl show.
Bow.
Bow. Wasn't it? Wait a minute. Wait. Nail cam. Showing my nails, Dre.
Yeah, they good Johns.
We're doing this for Wendy. Yeah. These nails are actually the cousins of my nails I had last week. Because they're kind of similar. Because they're like a tropical manicure. It's like a remix.
Oh, they not rainbow. They don't. Pastel.
Dre, I stared at myself this whole episode. No, I didn't. I did good. All right, bye, bitches. Love ya.